Hey everybody, BJ Rogers with Emancipat back to spend a few minutes of your time talking a little bit about the thing that we think is really the foundation for successful programs, program design, constituent or client engagement, communication, you name it. If your organization is engaged in it, chances are pretty good that if you pursue this one meaningful tactic, your impact and your capacity to succeed in your mission will increase dramatically. So what is that secret thing? It's not really a secret at all. It is simply this: empathy. Now, it's sort of buzzy. There's been a lot of talk about empathy, lots of books written in the last 5 or 10 years about empathy, how to cultivate it, what it is. There's even a little bit of an anti-empathy movement right now. Folks who are saying, no, this is not actually the way to connect to other people. This is not healthy. Some folks, would claim that when you engage in empathy, particularly too much empathy, as if there's such a thing, you're just sort of taking on other people's difficulties and challenges, and that's going to weigh you down, and you're going to suffer things like burnout and compassion fatigue. But I subscribe to Brené Brown's understanding of empathy. Brené Brown is a writer and speaker and researcher and social worker who spent her whole career studying things like empathy and compassion and shame and guilt and boundaries. She's brilliant, you should check her out. But anyway, at least one of the ways she describes empathy really is not the act of feeling for somebody, but the act of feeling with somebody. So it's not taking on the way somebody feels or the struggles or even the joys that someone else is going through. It's being there by their side as they go through those things, relating with them, and making your very best effort to understand what it is that they're feeling, what it is that they're going through, and really just being present for them, which can be trying. It can be hard to do. But when it comes to how we design for a program or how we consider our communication strategies or customer service, I'm of a mind that there's no better investment that will get you no bigger return than the practice of empathy. So practically speaking, what does that look like? It's really pretty simple, at least in concept. Maybe it's a little more difficult to execute on. Step one, you have to ask questions. You have to be willing to go to people and say, what brings you joy? What are your obstacles? What things do you struggle with in life? What are your needs? What does your day-to-day look like? As you are digging into understanding how to best meet the mission of your organization, if you are creating solutions behind closed doors with staff only, you're almost guaranteed to fail. You need to get out in the community. You need to understand what the people you hope to serve really need and want in their lives. Step number 2 is asking questions is worth next to nothing if you're not truly there and willing to listen. So active listening means repeating back what you're hearing, asking follow-up questions to help people to articulate what it is that they are thinking of, that they really need in life, that they care about, that's important to them. And then step number 3 is gonna seem redundant, but I promise you that it isn't, and that is ask more. To that point of asking follow-up and clarifying questions, dig deeper. My favorite question in the world, thanks to an old friend of mine, Dr. Emily Weiss, is just the question why. Keep asking why until you feel like you can't get any deeper into somebody's answer to a question. The bottom line is you can't understand if you're not willing to ask. You've got to get that information from somebody else because we can't possibly have every experience. Check it out. Look at some authors, some speakers. Just even do a little bit of searching online. Read some Brené Brown. I promise you, if you make this investment, the returns will be substantial. Thanks. We'll see you next time.